Jue Fongam, you are the first. The queen herself. The queen herself, Mama Kemi, she's always there for us. When we are weak, she gives us the strength. She inspires us. She inspires us. She's tireless. She's not sleeping. She's always there. Thank you, everybody who is on board. I see Eric Borin. I see Charles Defoe. I see Bibiana. Please, as you come on in, you hit the share button. As you come on in, you hit the share button. What do I play today? Do I have any music to play? Do I have any music to play? Mama Kemi sent me another. She sent me a mail the other day. Please, as you come on in, you hit the share button. Thank you. Thank you for taking out time to be with me today for another Departure program. Thank you. Please, as you come on in, you hit the share button. You start still. I saw your comment. We are going to fight. Trust me. We are going to be. We look. Some people think this independence is a joke. This fight is a joke. It's not a joke. Let me tell you. Start still. This independence struggle is not a joke. The fight for justice has never been a bed of roses. No. Ask the Eritreans, they will tell you. Even the people of South Sudan, no matter what they are going through today, ask them, they will tell you. We have a legitimate cause. We have a legitimate cause. And that is what keeps us. That is what keeps us up till this moment. It is because we are fighting. Not for what we like, but for what rightfully belongs to us. That is why. Do I have that Phil Marshall's music? I see my chairman of the alors local government is watching with me. Welcome, chairman. Please hit your share button. Thank you, Tommy. As look, EB as this your name. You need to pronounce it for me one day. As. Oh. Please hit the share button. Hit the share button. Please hit the share button. Let me see. Mama Kemi, please send me so many messages. Please send me that. People are asking for Phil Marshall's music. Yeah, Margaret. Hello. People who are comfortable will leave this journey halfway. Let me tell you, people who are comfortable. People who are comfortable will leave this journey. So many of them will leave this journey halfway. But for us who are not comfortable, we will fight till we become comfortable. Please, can I? Please just hit the share button. We are not comfortable. No. When I call South Sudan, it's the same thing. They had the same thing. People of East Timor, the same thing. South Sudan, Eritrea, which is, I think, is one of the most perfect example, because up to today there are so many who cannot go back to Eritrea because of it. So along the line, so many people, there will be so many. It is just the beginning. Let me tell you, it is just the beginning. But I want to assure Ambazonians on this platform that until I am comfortable, and the only thing that will give me comfort is me going back home, celebrating my independence. That is all. That is all. That is what I have in me. I don't think I started this journey. Nobody wrote an application, or neither did I write an application to be accepted into this struggle. No. When it started, my love for freedom, my love for our independence had started since. Like I said, I have never registered. I did reach election age 2002. And that election, I was in Bafmen. I remember I was doing a small pastoral work in Bafmen. 2002, and yeah, 2002. There was I think a parliamentary election during that period. I did not register. Why do I have to register? I have never registered any election. My name, election has never. I've attended 3 or 4 elections. The system had not been pleasing to me. So it is not somebody that brought me into this struggle. It's a conviction, fighting for justice, the injustice that we have been suffering for 58 years. Is it not enough to make you angry right till the end? So many will go down, so many will fall. This struggle, they have started again. Mr. G. Henry, please, yes. What is your problem? Now go to where you belong now. I don't want headache. I will just block you. I don't want headache. Go, Mr. G. Henry. I don't want people like you. I want people who are focused. This same Santos, who was drinking Caster, and you condemned him. You, Mr. G, you condemn Santos that he is drinking Caster. Santos had already taken a position of reconciling with La Republique. Today, Santos, without any shame, without any iota of shame, has gone out and is putting something that you people, I mean, are you mad, Mr. G? Santos, you want to accept Santos today after coming out with a fabricated document? They bring the original. You are still talking. Where's this idiot guy they call Santos? Henry, I don't think you have a place in this platform. I don't want people who reason with their back head. Yes, like I was saying, this is a struggle that we will carry till the end. It's a struggle, not for the weak-minded, but for people who have made up their mind. It's a grace. It's a journey. I tell my friend, this revolution is a grace. It takes the grace of God for you to begin, and you end it. It takes the grace of God. And it depends. Why? How did you come into it? Why? What was your reason? What was your reason? What was your main reason? It is your reason that will keep you till the end. It is your reason that will keep you till the end. It is not what you see. It is not the happenings. This man has said this. This man has done that. I want to ask, even in your own family, are there no problems in your family? Do you abandon your family because A is not united to this? Do you abandon your family because this is not going to this one is not? There are people in a family that we have a family of maybe even 3. 2 are not talking to 1. Do you abandon the family? Look, let me tell you, nobody came to this, announce his or her presence on social media. So if you want to back out, you just quietly draw 1, 2, 3, 10 steps backward, and it ends there. Please hit the share button. Hit the share button. We get a number. We start. Hit the share button, please. Thank you. Hit the share button, please. Oh, God, thank you. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. We shall overcome someday. Deep in my heart, I do believe we shall overcome someday. Look at what is happening in Ambazonia now. Wow, I don't cry. You will never see tears. To do tears for what? You will never see tears. When you have trouble, you are focused. You don't cry. Tears will not solve any problem. What you need now is a cool brain. Focus and act. Focus and act. You don't cry. When you cry, it shows who you are. Flip-floppers, people who don't have direction, they cry. People who don't know what they are doing, people want to manipulate people. They cry to gain affection. I don't cry. I will never cry. I will never cry. Because I don't want the affection. I don't want to manipulate people. All those people who are crying on social media are those who are manipulating people. I don't. This is me. I will never surrender. I will never surrender. People who are, I'm repeating this, people who are comfortable will surrender. But the only comfort that I will have in my life is when I sing that national anthem in Bongo Square. That is it. That is where my comfort lies. That is why I am in this. I am not in this struggle for myself. I am not in this struggle for myself. No, I am in this struggle to fight for tomorrow, for my children. I am not in it. If it is about me, I will say, no, it's enough. I sleep, I rest. After all, I am in Europe. There is everything. There is this, there is that. No. I'm not fighting because of my comfort. I am fighting because my children will not see, will not experience what I have gone through. That is why I am fighting. I am fighting because I am really convinced. I am really convinced that what I am fighting for is the right thing. That is it. I am not fighting for anybody. I see some people tell me, you have been given your own share, you are under pay, you are under this, they pay you, you have been hired. I am not speaking on this platform for anybody. I am not speaking. I don't receive any pay. Nobody pays me, but I pay, I sacrifice, I give out. The little that I have, I support. So many people on ground zero know what I do. In ground one, the same. The little that I have, I solicit fund. I am not comfortable where I am. I don't have. But I solicit from those who have and say, please, this person needs attention. This direction, this one needs attention. And that is what we are supposed to be doing. That is what we all are supposed to be doing. If you don't have, you can support. You need to support somebody. It is not all about you. It's not all about what you are. It's about 8 million people. This is not an individual battle. It's not a battle that you alone can fight. It's a battle that we need each other to cooperate. We need to be on board together. That is it. Fellow Ambazonians. How many died last week? 13 in Bekora, 7 in Mautu. How many in Bali? Do you think it will stop? It will not stop. If you like, you leave the rest. Nothing will stop. But I want to tell you that if we continue hitting hard, then they will stop. If we continue fighting, they will stop. Because let me tell you, what we are fighting for is inborn. What we are fighting for today is inborn. It is something that is in us. The quest for freedom was not taught in school. They did not tell you in school that you are being marginalized. They did not teach you in school that you are this or you are that. You are a second. No. It is something that is born in us. We inherited it. We did inherit our inheritance. Our freedom. It is something that is inborn. No, there are some people who think they cannot support the struggle. They don't want the struggle. Let me tell you, in every Ambazonian who knows since this struggle begins, even those who call themselves G's, the Philemon Young, the Gutes, let me tell you this indeed. I want to tell you, Ambazonians, every blood Ambazonian wants independence. Every Ambazonian wants independence, no matter how much you criticize. No, let me tell you, even my country people who is in Britain wants independence. Everybody wants this independence. So it is something that is in us. No matter how much you destroy, no matter how much you kill, you will kill the 8 million. But I want to assure you that we were born with the blood to fight. That is why for the past 3 years, Bia has more than how many? Late last year he received 40 billion from the French government to fight Ambazonia. 40 billion. How much do we raise in the diaspora? How much? Let me tell you, it is not money that is fighting this war. It is the determination of a people. It is your determination. It is my determination. It is not money. If it is in terms of money, we don't have anything. We don't have nothing. How much do we have as compared to La Republique? They have their military tanks. They have all the. It's a state prepared for war, fighting war with who? How much do we contribute? How much do we raise? How much succeed to even get into these boys? Sometimes, okay, look at what happened in the stock that was sent to Mbui. It was caught on the way. Those guys were killed. We have to still raise another fund again to supply. But they are there, they have everything. Why can't you ask yourself that for 3 years they are not able to break us? Now they have started with their burning, indiscriminate burning. Look at what they did in Bali. They came to the middle of the town and burned down more than 15 to 20 houses. They will never succeed. Let me tell you. If you like, you hate this revolution. This revolution is in you. It lives in you. It lives in every Ambazonia, no matter how angry you are. You hate us. But let me tell you, this revolution is in you. Let me tell you, federalists, they check. All our brothers who are federalists, they check online. They follow the development of this struggle every day. La République, they follow the struggle every day. Nobody, there is nobody who is an Ambazonian who is either against this revolution or for the revolution who does not follow up the development of this revolution. There is none. Everybody follows the A and the B's of this revolution. Everybody. At one point, let me tell you, those who think, tell Padi Asanga that each time that he sees something that is for the good of our revolution of carrying us towards independence, when Tibonagi makes a statement that is in our favor, even Padi Asanga, they are happy. They rejoice. They say, so it means something is coming. Everybody is happy. So fellow Ambazonians, let me tell you, be courageous, be strong, stand for what is correct. National community, they are silent because they know what we are fighting for rightfully belongs to us. Rightfully belongs to us. The one thing I've come to realize with Ambazonia is that we are so soft-hearted. We are so soft-hearted to a point that we welcome even the devil. Even after knowing that this is the devil, we still want to keep the devil. We still want to make that devil comfortable. That is one of the problems that we have. That is why we are at this stage. But gone are those days. Now we have to stand. This is the last battle. I say it today, tomorrow, after tomorrow. This is the last battle. We must fight. We must fight. Don't contribute. If you don't want to contribute, don't contribute. But in you, your people. Because one day, your great-grandchildren will ask you, but during that war of independence, what was your own contribution, Mama? What was your own contribution, Papa? Let me tell you, if you lie to your grandchildren, if you lie to your great-grandchildren as our fathers used to lie to us, when we bring our report card, they tell us, in my days, I was usually the first in class. In my days, I was usually the first. My father was always first in class. Papa. Can I say, unfortunately, we have another neighbor, Mr. Tana, may his soul rest in peace. They were in the same class. Mr. Tana will be telling his own children that I was always the first in class. Patana, you are first in class. Panilo, you are first in class. At the end of the day, who was first in class? You will not lie to your children that you took an active part. You will show them a proof that for real I took it. This is my code. I supported my county. I supported our internally displaced. I supported refugees. I did humanitarian work. You will show them whatever you are doing for this struggle. Please put it down because posterity will ask you. Let me inform you. Posterity will ask you. We have started. We have started. We will not end halfway. Ambazonia, if you are listening to me, we have started this thing. We will not end. Because what happened to Makiza, to the Burmese, after Makiza, they ended halfway. They were slaughtered like chickens. Up till today, they still feel it. The fear that they have That is why no matter what happens, they cannot even temper. The other day we see bars that are struggling to stand behind field marshal. No, fight your own fight. Because what will happen, they have started it. They killed 13 in Bekora. Remember the 40 in Pini? So, Ambazonia, now is the time for you. Now is the time for you to ask yourself, what will I tell my children tomorrow? Those who are living the journey halfway, they will tell their children that at one point, it was so complicated that I had to abandon. Then, Papa, never you tell us to go. When we tell you that we are tired, accept it. That is what they will tell them. I will not abandon this race. You will. It is your right if you want to. But posterity will ask you. Your great-grand, you will take first in class whereas you were always the last. But anybody who will want to lie to his or her kids, his granny, that I used to do this, I used to do that when you did nothing. I don't know what will happen to you. Now, I think we have a number to start. I will begin with the first topic, the root cause. Why we are where we are today, it's because of what? The root cause. The biggest problem, trying to go through the history, what happened in Enugu, the Eastern House of Assembly, was what? The Nigerian dominance over the Southern Cameroon's parliamentarians who represented the Southern Cameroons in 1953. The Ambazonia, the Southern Cameroon, the 13 parliamentarians were very annoyed because of what? Dominance. It means everything, they were overshadowed in the Eastern House of Assembly, which was at Enugu. They were so much angry, they said, no, we cannot continue over this type of dominance. We will not. That is the root cause. Because of this dominance, we wanted to be on our own. Manage our affairs. And in 1950, they walked out of the Eastern House of Assembly. These 13 people walked out, which created an international attention. And they went back. 1954, they started a government in Southern Cameroon. What? Dominance. We are a people who we don't want dominance. We want to be on our own. We persevere, we take everything. But at one point when we cannot, we'll tell you enough is enough. Dominance. This is what happened again. After 58 years of wanting to assimilate us, one morning time we said enough is enough. We are fighting against dominance. The root cause is because when these two countries, the West Cameroon and the East Cameroon, came together in 1961 to form this union, the Federal Republic of Cameroon. Two states, there was no marriage certificate, fortunately, which was the will of God. Two states coming together with no treaty or union, that was fine. Now, they had certain agreement. But I think the September constitution, which La République adjusted, gave us a problem. It did not recognize the federal system. It did not recognize the federal system. There was a problem there already. Now we said, okay, let us unite. We have been living, we saw them dominating in every aspect. In every aspect. Education, they want to wipe out our education. Our legal system, they want to wipe it out. Everything, businesses, they destroyed everything in Southern Cameroon. What we even had, we had the power camp, we had marketing board, all these things wiped out. Wiped out. What? Dominance. We cannot continue to live in this dominance. We decided in 2000, enough is enough. We took to the street up till today. And we are where we are today is because when Mr. Paul Biya was told in the United Nations, go back and solve the root cause. I would just want to tell you people that we fight against dominance from La République. That is the root cause of where we are today. Dominance. We are not a people that you can easily write to dominate over. No, we believe in equal status. We believe that everybody has his or her right to be respected. We believe in that. And if you want to cross that, it means you are creating another problem. Fellow Ambazonians, today we find ourselves again in another problem, which I term the internal crisis. And the root cause of what we are fighting against, we fought against Nigeria, the dominance against Nigeria. We succeeded. We are fighting against dominance from La République, which today they are proposing special status. We are not sick. It's dominance. I want everybody to listen to me carefully. It's dominance. We are fighting against La République because of what? Of their dominating attitude over the small contract we have to live together as two nations. We come back to the house. We still see dominance again. I want to cite the first case of dominance. When people talk about division, the first case of dominance in the interim government. After the incident of Nera, what happened? Our leaders were held incommunicado. Dr. Sako took over. Right. When our leaders they became reachable, one person sat in the prison and wrote a letter dismissing, showing again this attitude of dominance. You sat in the prison, you dismiss the restoration, you bypass the restoration council, you bypass the ethics committee, you sat and you suspended the interim government. You alone, still bringing again this dominating attitude. I don't know if we are reasonable. Still bringing in again this dominating attitude. Now we have to take the fight now away from La République. We now have to come into the house. Now we have to fight another domination which is happening inside the house. Fellow Ambazonians, what we are fighting against is dominance. That is the root cause, is dominance. Unjust dominance. That one person will sit, write a document to suspend a whole government that was not created by him alone, to show us that it is him who dominates everything. It will not work. I want you to understand that. I want you to see the root cause. And people who did not condemn that action, when Siseko wrote that letter, suspending, calling back cabinet, calling back this without passing through the restoration council, that was already showing dominance. I want us to understand where the root cause of where we are today is dominance. One person wanting to tell us as La République, one person sits and sign decrease upon decrease, ruling by decrease every day. It will not work in Ambazonia. So let us go to the root cause. Anybody who wants unity in the interim government must begin by condemning what Siseko do, wanting to dominate over people, wanting to bypass, wanting to show this dominating attitude that I am the president. I do it as the president. Let me tell you it wrong. That is the root cause of the division in the interim government. And anybody who did not, I challenge, look, when each time I come out, check my last show, I'm still waiting for ADF to challenge. I gave them facts and figures, everything. I'm still waiting for them. I have spoken to SCAF. I am still waiting for them because I put my facts. I don't talk because I want to talk. I don't come out because I want to come and castigate. I bring facts before I come to you. The day I will not have facts, I will not come. I don't want to come and sit here talking about people. There were some who yesterday they said Ayaba was a thief working with La République. Today those same people are telling Ayaba is their man. Ayaba is the best man. How does it work? It doesn't work like that. It doesn't. The root cause, which I want Ambazonians to understand. Now, that is in the diaspora. Back at home, the root cause of the division among our ground zero forces, the root cause is because it's not that we lack cooperation. Let me tell you people something. The ADF, the SOCADEF, the whatsoever, the ghost groups that exist. We can work together. We can work together. But let me tell you, the problem is one person always want to dominate. One person. The ADF always think that I am the one that must control. Let me tell you, we will fight that dominance attitude even on the ground, which is what is happening now. I don't blame chicken-hearted activists who come on live on Facebook Live and say, I want to withdraw because of A and B. No. When they sit in the ACT team, they sit all together as one. I told you that was unity for purpose. Unity of purpose. We sit on the table as Ambazonia coalition team as one. We sign all the documents as one. That is unity for purpose. Nobody dominates there. Nobody. We are all one. So anybody who wants to talk about unity, it's on a platform where all of us representing Ambazonia will sign these documents as one person. But you cannot come on that table and say, if it is not you, nothing else. That is where the problem is. When you want to start showing this dominating attitude, that is where we will resist you till the end. I resist dominance. Anybody who wants to prove that you are the dominating one, if it is not you, that is why we have problems on the ground today. ADF is only about dominance. They must be the leading force. That is why you see their spokesperson, they sit on that. We are the leading force. We command this. We are there. We have the weapons. We have the material. Let me tell you, all of their agenda is not fighting this struggle. It's because they want to take presidency. They have the dominating force. So we are the ones. It is the gun that will decide the presidency in Ambazonia. I'm telling you, you are just joking. It is not the gun that will decide presidency. Dr. Sako has made a very good proposal that we have our independence today. Everybody drop down your weapon. We call in with partnership maybe with America and other nations. They take over our armed forces for the next 10 years while we concentrate on development, on democracy, so that we avoid South Sudan. That is it. That is where we are heading to. So it is this dominating attitude that is killing us on the ground. ADF, anywhere you want to go, you must be the one to dominate. I want Ambazonians to understand where this division is coming from. We will fight any dominance. We will fight any dominance. We will resist any dominance. From La Republique, we will resist. From Ground Zero, any power, anything that want to say, we will resist you. We fight against dominance. We have suffered. It started in Nigeria. We resisted Nigerian dominance. In 1953, our parliamentarians left the Enugu House. We are resisting La Republique dominance since 2016. Ghost Town has been declared every Monday from 2016, 21st of November 2016 till today. There is still Ghost Town every Monday to tell you that La Republique, we are resisting your dominance. Anything that has come out from Seseko, from the prison, in the name of wanting to dominate, make the interim government a one-man show, it will never work. It will never work. He has to pass through the right protocol. He has to pass through the right protocol, and which for the moment, he has no power to do that. So whoever is going after that one is at your own risk. Ayaba and ADF, they are on the ground. They think they have the weapon. They do this. They will not fight against La Republique. They are only fighting to dominate their brothers. Anywhere they go, it must be them. That is where the problem is. That is the root cause. And if you don't talk against this root cause, which is dominance, we are fighting against it from the Nigerians. In Enugu, Eastern House of Assembly, we fought against it since November 2016, 21st precisely. We have been fighting against it from La Republique, and inside the house, we will keep fighting dominance. We are all equal Ambazonians. We are all equal. We will sit as we are the team act at the moment. We are there as a family. Look, in the documents that Team Act usually sign, do you see that this man is saying that I am the first, or do I say I'm the last? No. We gathered there. All of them, sometimes the IG signs first, sometimes the IG signs in the middle, sometimes IG sign last. They don't put it according to who you are. It's because we are gathered for a purpose. Ambazonians, I want you to understand where the root cause of this division that is making some people backing out of this struggle. It is that word, dominance. Do not allow yourself to be dominated. Wherever you are, we fight dominance at every phase in our lives. We fight it. We fight it. And we will continue to fight dominance until we get our independence. Look at the root cause. Look. You, Ayaba, when Seseko invited you, he gave an official document to all of the leaders to come inside, to come and let us form a government. Seseko, you rejected that. Ayaba, you rejected that document. You told the world, you made it known to the world that a JJC need just come. How can you call me to come and form a government? I was the one who was supposed to call you to come and form a government. That was just the simple message. Because of what? Ayaba thought he is the dominator. He is the one that everybody must listen to. So it baffles me today when I hear people are talking about unity and you are referring to the interim government. Unity. And that same Ayaba today has joined another a parallel Kondengi structure. Just because of what? He does not want unity. Just because he wants to be the one not to dominate. Now, please, when I talk about domination, I go to somewhere. Now, he knows that he is the one dominating. He is the one that will dominate when these two structures come. And is it not what is happening? That is the practical reality. He wanted to dominate. Fellow Ambazonians, don't be angry with the interim government. Don't. The interim government is fighting against external and internal domination. The interim government wants everybody to have this equal right. That is why they have transferred power to the county by county, local government by local government. The IG as itself has no much role to play. The IG stands for the diplomatic face, the diplomatic representation. But all power has gone down to who? Has gone down to the local government. To tell you that nobody has to dominate. Nobody. We have to live as equal. That is just the principle and the structure. That is how Ambazonia wants things to be. So, if you see somebody who wants to dominate, when a structure was created and you know very well that what Seseko has created from the prisons is not legitimate, he knows that. That is when he goes and ally. Ambazonians, follow me what I'm saying. It is the root cause. I want to tell you the root cause of where we are today. That is when you want now to ally with, because you will be the one to dominate. What is the Kondengi structure offering? They have nothing to offer. The only thing that they offer is sabotage. The only thing they offer is small. I don't know as I can put it. You don't even see them. All what they do now is the only project what says Ayaba is doing. The only project what Ayaba is doing. That is why even we have a confused fellow who calls himself ambassador of something, of a government. But at another moment you are projecting another person whom you think you are an activist to that person and an allegiance. I mean, is that not confusion? Where our problem is. Because there is somebody who thinks he must dominate everything. But let me tell you, Ambazonians, we will fight this domination. We will fight this domination. You will not dominate Ambazonia. So if we don't start fighting it now, when we get down, it will turn a South Sudan scenario. So we will fight you now. While we are still here struggling, we will make Ambazonians to understand what they want and what they need. We don't need any person who want to dominate. No, we want somebody who everybody, you have your right to do what you are supposed to do. That is why we say go to your local government. In your local government, you decide what to do. We have structures. We have the military structures. You go there, you decide. In my local government, I talk. I give contribution. I tell them this is what they bring proposals. We are in meeting. It is not the government that decides. In the ADF is when their ministerial council has they sit and they decide on the people. In the interim government, the people sit and decide. It is not. It is. I want you to understand the structure of the interim government, because when things happen, people always say, "Sako, Chris Anu, Sako, Chris Anu." These people have little role to play. Little. In my LGA, it is not Dr. Sako who decides. In my LGA, it's not Secretary Chris who decides. If it is matter of security, it is the Security Council of my LGA that decides what to do. In the local government, in the county, we have the county defense structure. When something happens, it passes from the person on the ground, it goes to the LGA defense structure. The LGA defense structure passes it to the county defense structure before it even goes to the national. And it is when it has gone out of hand. So I want you to understand how these structures work, how it works. So it is not all about one man sitting in his council and passing a decision that people should be killed. Go and finish them. That is why Pascal Kiki will have the God to sit and say, kill him, kill Chacha. Who is Chacha? We have to take over Mbui. It's because it is a decision that they sit on their own single-handedly and take. But in the interim government, before the chairman of Mbui came out to talk about what happened, the Security Council had sat and they took certain decisions on how these things will be managed. They forwarded a message to Ayaba, which up to today he has not responded. Let me tell you, it is because of this dominance. They always want it to be them dominating, making decisions. No, you have the right as an Ambazonian to make your decision. Control your local government. That is why they hate local government. That is why they hate county system, because with county they don't have any decision to make. Because in the county and the local government they don't have. They only want something that they will wipe the government so that they will give direct orders. That is why you see them giving direct orders morning, afternoon, evening. The interim government, I repeat now, tomorrow, after tomorrow, it is not Dr. Sako, it is not Secretary Chris. The interim government, it's you. The interim government is you, is me. Forming our LGA, we take our decision. If there's a humanitarian crisis in Kumba, for example, if there's a humanitarian problem, I don't need to go to the interim government to tell Dr. Sako somebody is dying in Kumba, there's a sick person in the hospital. I don't need to do that. We need to sit in our LGA, we decide that, okay, we have this particular case, what do? We don't consult the interim government. No, we don't. We take this decision to help this person and we go ahead. Credit now comes to what? The interim government is working. Credit comes to the interim government, it is working. We will not, look, let me tell you, I for one will not tolerate any dominance attitude. The dominance attitude of ADF will not work. I will say it today, tomorrow, after tomorrow. The dominance attitude of ADF is one of the root causes of where we are. That is why ADF will not humble themselves to sit in the Swiss table because of what? They did not, it was not them who initiated it. Let me tell you people the biggest problem. The root cause of this division in the Swiss issue, it was because it was not the ADF that initiated, the A or Gov C or A Gov what, that initiated it. That is why we are where we are today. That is why where we are today. Because they did not initiate it, so everything must be blank. It must be paid. All kinds of theory against. It is La Republic that has it. Yes, it is La Republic. Why is La Republic not coming to it? If La Republic has initiated it to foster this thing, to foster federation, why are they not coming? You initiate something to facilitate your process, your program, your project. Why are you not sitting there? So all these things like that, fellow Ambazonians, please stay focused. We will fight dominance on the ground. On the ground, we can collaborate. Your camp is that way. My camp is this way. If I have an attack, you hear me shooting. If you have to back me up, you back me up. It is simple. But it is not that you have your camp there, I have my camp there. You are only telling your own, you leave your own camp. You only want to destroy my camp so that you should be the one controlling my own camp. It will not work. Ambazonians, it will not work. It will not, I repeat, it will not work. It will not work. We have been fighting that from 1953. We have been fighting this dominance from 1953. And we will fight it till we get to Boya. Internal and external dominance, we will fight it. That is the root cause. Now, this revolution is like a spiritual journey. This revolution. Not all those who left Egypt entered the promised land. Not all those who left Egypt. We are at war. Not all those who left Egypt. Moses, who left Egypt, who led the children of Israelites out of Egypt, did not see the promised land. It is not a game for children with 16 teeth. No, it's a match for children with 32 teeth. If you don't have that, don't enter this journey. Don't. I see some activists. You come online, you hold your brother, you're abusing your brother, making joke of your brother, saying, hey, I don't know why you came into this struggle. You know, sometimes age too matter. Where you are coming from too matter. Let me tell you, if an activist is talking to you, go look his background. Look where he's coming from. Look what he has been doing. You will see. They say by their fruit you will know them. Look, check their background. You will see. You will see what they have gone through. What is coming out of their mouth. You know whether it deserves to come out of their mouth or not. It's a shame, fellow Ambazonians. It's a shame. But I want to tell people who comes to on social media and they are talking about the educational status, their educational status, talking they are beautiful, they are handsome, they are this. Where is Kobe Bryant today with his small daughter Gina? He was a handsome man, little beautiful girl. Where are they today? May their soul rest in peace. And for those who are talking about education, I just want to tell you this. Dangote does not have PhD. Jack Ma does not have PhD. Carlos Slim does not have PhD. Even Bill Gates does not have PhD. It is not education. It's about wisdom. And what is wisdom? It's the practical application of knowledge. That is what makes a man a man. That is what gives you your status. It's not how handsome you are. It's not how beautiful you are. It's not how what. It is what you impact in the life of people. It's how useful you are in the life of people. How useful. How useful are you in this revolution? Are you there only to cause confusion? Look, you will answer for it one day. That is the simple truth. You will answer for it one day. So, my fellow brothers and sisters, we are in this struggle. It's not a business. It's not a contest, a popularity context. No. It's not a popularity context. It is not it's not how many likes and how many views do you have a day. Even if I have 2 people who will watch me, get what I am talking, and it helps them in persecuting this revolution, it's enough for me. I don't need 100 people who will come and then they are criticizing, and after me spending 1 hour talking, I don't get any result from them. I don't see them encouraged. Today, one person in Germany here texted me a message telling me God will punish me. I am supporting people who are looking for ministerial position. I am this, I am that. I said, please, when you get to Boya, close the door. He continued, I just blocked that person. This same today, 1 hour before this show, a senior man of God, a prophet of the Most High God, from ground zero, contacted me and said, I appreciate what you are doing. I appreciate what you are doing. You are moving. I said, oh, man of God. He does not know what he has done. Because some few minutes ago, somebody gave me a message. The message did not disturb me. But what God sent you to do what? To empower me. To give me the strength that what I am doing, I am convinced I am fighting. I am on the right path. Dear brothers and sisters, if you are listening to me, there is no going back. There is no turning back. We are on the right track. This revolution is 5 years. With confidence, it's 5 years. Take from 2016 to the next 5 years, it will round up. And I'll go me back home peacefully. Thank you, man of God, for that prophetic message. Now, I want to come to this topic. We are at war. We are at war. Listen to me very well. If you like, you don't contribute. If you like, you don't support the struggle. If you like, you back out. I want to tell you, La République will keep killing us. They will continue to burn our houses. They will continue to destroy. Because that is what they have been programmed for. No, the killing will not stop. I've said it last week. We had how many? We had 20 that were killed within a space of how many days? So you're withdrawing. You're stepping back. We are at war. There is no morality in war. There is only guidance. The International Convention, Geneva Convention, only gives us guideline that when you do this, don't do this. In war, don't do this, don't do this. But there is no morality. In war, people must die. In war, they kill people. In war, there is disagreement. In war, we must fight. We will fight the enemy and even fight ourselves. But we have one common goal, which is the liberation of our land. Take your responsibility. Do not look at the IG. Take your own responsibility. Since we started this war, what have you done? What have you done? Let me tell you. Like I said, I have nothing. I don't depend on the interim government for anything. I don't. But I create my own initiative. I started the last battle. We are working. We are carrying out projects. That is the small I can. I gather people for us to do something. So don't sit and you are looking at the interim government. What has the interim government do? The interim government is too slow. Like I heard a childish audio last night. The interim government is too slow. The interim government has nothing to do in this war now. The interim government has her own role, which is to coordinate us together. That no, we should not. The interim government is like a mother hen gathering the children that don't go kite hawks around, loitering around to pick you up. Come this way. The interim government just guides and directs us. That is why I say Dr. Sako and Secretary Chris are not the interim government. You and me, interim government. Go to your local government. Initiate something in your local government. Back home, I have boys on the ground that I help to coordinate. They need this. I beg here, I send. I ask here. That is what I do next. Stop looking at the interim government. Because in that interim government, you have people like you and like me. We have our own weakness. We have our own shortcomings. But let me tell you, do not look at them and be discouraged. Because if you were put in that position, you will even do worse. Everybody has a responsibility. Everybody. If you want to step back, quietly step back, but the killings will continue. And I want to tell you, Ambazonians, there is nothing that will make me cry. There is nothing that will ever make... I've told you, people who cry are people who are manipulating people. They manipulate you to see that, no, they are soft, they want to cry. In war, you don't cry. In war, you face the enemy and you face the enemy squarely. So, when I hear after the Bui incident, people are talking, the interim government is this, the interim government has nothing. Initiate your own, walk your own, on your own path where you are. Are you an activist? Are you writing on Facebook? Continue to write. Are you sharing on Facebook? Continue to share. Are you giving information? Continue to give information. That is how we are going to succeed. We will not succeed when you blame A, you blame B, you blame C. That is why I said lane by lane. Where there is disrespect of lane is when you want to dominate. When you leave your lane and you want to come and dominate my lane, that is where we have problem in the house. And that is where we are today with AGC and Ayaba. Because he wants to dominate everything, and it's not acceptable. We are at war, Ambazonians. I want to explain. Listen, and you listen to me carefully. The government only does what? Gives out directives, advices. When there is problem, the security, the counties have structures. The counties have structures. And if we follow these structures systematically, there will be no problem. If we follow these structures systematically, we follow the orders of affairs, there will be no problem. County by county is not a war strategy. It's a mobilization strategy. And a system of governance which we have to do what? Which, like any other country, we have Nigeria with their federal system. Every state is on its own, but the national government gives directive and support. Some people say the county by county is, no, county by county is not a strategy. It's a mobilization strategy on how to gather people. Now, when you go to your county, you have your defense team. It is that defense team now that comes out with a war strategy. It is that defense team. We are in our local government. We are in our county. How do we attack? Do we start by destroying economic sabotage? Do we do this? Do we do that? Do we do that? It is now the responsibility of the Security Council of that LGA, of that local government, of that county to strategize, to come out with their war strategy. The interim government does what? Only gives out national projects, national strategy. The interim government can come to this LGA and say, okay, I want to finance this project. I want to go ahead with this. I want to support in this. I want to do that. Then we come with national program. Okay, there will be lockdown. It is the interim government can maybe sponsor a project that concerns the nation. For example, if we want to take down a particular building, a particular thing that will affect this revolution, the interim government does that. There are so many that they have done, which I cannot come out and be explaining. There are so many. So that is it. Take your responsibility. Don't give your responsibility to the interim government. No. Don't give your responsibility to the interim government. Take your responsibility. Handle your responsibility. Fight your fight. Go to your local government. Some don't want local government. Some don't want county by county because they only want to dominate. They want the ones to, when they see they pass order, they say, yes, doctor has passed order and it must be like that. When we see on Facebook, somebody say, yes, I have sent 50,000 for supply in this. I have sent 100,000 for supply in this. That is what some of them want, to dominate. Let it only be them. Go to your local government. Finance your local government. We are at war. So go, strategize. How are we going to chase these people out of our LGA? Then we go back now to the interim government. The interim government can give you a plan. Say, okay, this is your plan. This is plan A, plan B. See how you can implement it. They come to the National Security Council. You tell the National Security Council you want this, you want that. It goes like that. As simple as that. I'll be ending with the why Chacha, which is very important. Today's show is very important when I'll end with why Chacha. So please click share. Continue to click share. Let me talk a bit about this. There's a letter that is circulating on social media about from Santos. Santos 2 months ago, some months back, we all saw how he was doing his madness with his caster and we shouted at him. I want to tell Ambazonians, when somebody sent a message and telling me, so we are doing all this because we are fighting for ministerial position, I want to ask you, when Ayaba went to London to sell oil, did he carry the whole of AGC to London? He went there as an individual. When he decided to drop his weapon and cross over, he never carried his cam to Yaoundé. When Congo failure, surrender, and he went there with his family. He went there. This thing is an individual decision. When you lie, you fabricate a letter, which is a criminal act, with the signature of somebody lying. That is where there's a problem. But I want to tell you that if today anybody decides to change CAM, You go alone. That interim government stands. The interim government is an institution. It's not an individual. It stands. But it's a shame that so many of you know this thing. You know that that document is fake, but you still brandish that document and you are making statement about it when you know very well that that document is fake. When yesterday Dr. Santos was talking about Castel, let us unite, and you were the same people who criticized him, but today he's on air and they are interviewing him. He is even lying on the name of a dead man. Somebody who died 2 decades ago, you are lying on the name of that person. And I still see gullible Ambazonia publishing this particular letter and even making claims. Is it not a shame, Ambazonians? We are at war. We are at war. The IG is not a one-man show. The IG is not, and it will never be a one-man show. If you think killing your own brothers will carry you to Boya, continue. I assure you that you cannot stop this train. You cannot, and you will never stop this train. If you think killing your own, if you think pointing the weapon at your own brothers, killing them because you want dominance to carry us to Boya, continue. There is a day that you will give an account. We are at war. This is not a child's play. And if you think that when you point your gun at your brother, it will discourage others to know you are wasting your time, we are going to reach Boya. I want to assure you. Shoot your brothers from the first to the last. Dead bodies will reach Boya. Dead bodies will crawl and they will reach Boya. If you leave the revolution, the killing on ground zero will continue. Whether you stop or you not, we all have to be resilient. We are resolved. We have made up our minds and we will reach Boya. There are some who are agents of confusion. It means they mix up. You see A, they are telling you that it is B. There are some who are permanent. They are inside our midst. They will remain there. We will fight until we will reach Boya. With those confusionists, let me assure you people, there are confusionists in our... their work is to set perpetual confusion. They talk A today, tomorrow they talk B, they talk C. You can look at somebody. Yesterday you accused a man that person was working for La République. Today, that person is the best. What has changed? Nothing. That person is still standing on the same spot. Is it not funny? These are confusionists that have been put in our middle. Yesterday you said government was a lie, but tomorrow we see you in South Africa with another faction of that same government. All these confusionists, we have to live with them because we have lived with even worse people, which is La République, for 58 years. They are in our midst. They will continue. So if you think these confusionists will discourage you, let me tell you, the only thing is block. Don't listen to them. Don't go there. When you hear they are talking, don't go there. It will keep you cool head when you concentrate on your own lane. When you listen to the things you want to listen to. Because when you go there, you only come with high blood. When you go there, you only come with confusion. Because you cannot imagine that somebody is talking A yesterday. Today, that person is talking B. And the next day, that person is crying. The next day, that person is apologizing. The next day, that person is confessing. Then the next day, again, that person is still doing the same thing that he apologized against yesterday. Please, these confusionists have been buried inside this struggle. But we have to go above them. Me and you have to rise up above them. Me and you have to go above them. They don't equal us in this struggle. We just have, what we need is focus. What we need is concentrate. Stand where you are. Focus. Push till the end. That is what we need. If you are part of the interim government, don't be distracted by all these confusionists. Don't listen to what they say. Sometimes you spend 2 hours listening to something that at the end of the day you will cry and you hate it. Now who even sent me for this? Why did I even go there to? Why in the first place? Concentrate where, if you think this platform will help you to build you up better in the struggle, concentrate on this platform. Don't go to, you can visit my brother Prince JK. Each time he has a struggle, each time he has, because we have the same vision, we have the same mindset. Listen to me, listen to Kemi, to Kemi. Go to, if you want information, visit Kemi's Achu, listen to UN, Clovis Nanchop. I think we have Ghana Mofi. Please, these are people you listen to. These are people who have the same mindset, building us for tomorrow, building us for Boya. That is, you don't need to bother yourself. We are at war. If you want to back out, look at those who are still in the forest. Let me tell you, we have soldiers who are still in the forest up till today. If you want to back out, think about these people, because we are at war. If you want to back out, think about the internally displaced. Think about our refugees if you want to back out. 200, more than 300 villages that have been burned down. Think about them. We are at war. It is not time to back out. Now is the time for us to act. Now is the time for us to reinforce. If you were giving $1 yesterday, now is the time for you to give 10. Now is not the time for you to back out. No, I refuse to back out. Not at this moment. Not at this moment. Nobody brought me in this revolution. The only thing that will quench my own spirit is freedom. Freedom. I don't depend on the IG to carry out my projects. I beg, please, can you get, I need a project, I need assistance, I have a project, can you assist? Yes, they do it. I have my own personal projects that I carry out. We are at war. They will continue to kill us. They will continue to kill us. Just as they did to the Burmese. When they saw the threats of the Maquisards, they had to destroy. They killed them to a point that, fellow Ambazonians, we will not relent. We will not relent. We will fight till the last man standing. We will fight dominance, externally and internally. That is what is killing us. That is what is causing all this confusion. Dominance. I repeat, we start in 1953 when in the Eastern House of Assembly, the Nigerians showed dominance. They dominated us in that house, and our parliamentarians said enough is enough. They walked out. We have been dominated by La République. We had their president in France said we have tried to assimilate them. They have tried and they did not succeed. So anybody inside this revolution who thinks you can dominate your brother, it will not work. I am sorry, it is the wrong revolution. Wait, when we get to Boya, you start your own revolution outside. But for now, we will not accept any dominance. We will not accept a one man to sit in his cell room in Kondengi to pass presidential order. That is dominance. We will not take that. I will not take that. I will not take that. We will not accept one man in the name of ADF want to dominate. Every day you sit on social media, I have the force, I have the this, I have the that, I have that, only because you want to dominate. But fight, you have not won any battle. I don't have much today. Now I want to go to my point of today. Why Chacha? Why did Chacha die? Chacha did not die empty. There was a reason. Chacha died fighting. I heard some people say it is Dr. Sako, it is Secretary Chris. Let me tell you, they never even knew what happened. It was only later on that they knew what had happened to Chacha. I want to explain this to Ambazonia. From the information, I always want to get first-hand information. Every disposition had been taken by the Bui Security Council for Chacha to be secured. Every security disposition had been taken. But what happened? When Chacha saw what was going on, he could not bear it. He could not. He said, no, I would prefer to die fighting than to die a slave. Chacha took his weapon. Chacha shot. Chacha, he did what he was called for. To defend against those terrorists who were burning down his village. But what I have not known, what I am still finding, which one day I will tell you people on this platform, who killed Chacha and from what position. Civism, Fidelis Civism. Whether he stood from behind or as a sniper from afar. That is what I I will find out. Whether Fidelis, I think it's Fidelis if I'm not mistaken, whether he stood from afar to shoot or he shot directly behind Chacha, because the shot came from behind. So I want to know whether Fidelis was standing behind him or Fidelis saw as he was shooting, and coming from behind, it means it's part of you, shot from behind. That I will find out and I will explain to you and I'll tell you people. Now, the death of Chacha was to expose all that I explained in my last show. What ADF wants, dominance. From the audio we have from Pascal Kiki, from his video, that they will dominate Bui. Just to tell you that one of the root causes of this revolution, the root cause of division is because there is a force that only want to dominate. They don't want to live side by side. They only want to dominate. They only want to dominate. That is it. I don't know what is happening. I don't see comments, but please continue. You just carry the message. When you give your negative comment, you carry the message. That is what's important. Today I will not block you. You will carry the message too. All the negative comments, they are part of what we don't want. So, what happened is to expose to you the structure of the interim government. You see, ADF leaving Kugwe, but deceiving people. There's even another story about Denise. When Denise made that audio, that these people came, ADF gave granite to Rambo. Let me tell you, it was a trap. It was not even Rambo who came. Rambo sent 2 of his children to come and collect. When Rambo reached there, they seized their sticks. The sticks of these 2 children, they seized them. And after small talk, they gave that small granite to Rambo, to the children. If had Rambo come there in Babesi that night, they would have killed Rambo. That was the plan. That was the first person who was supposed to go down. Because Rambo had refused. Rambo had a small misunderstanding and had refused to work with them. They were supposed to kill Rambo. That was the first general who was supposed to go down silently. So when you hear that, they gave before giving that granite, let that same Dennis tell you what they took. They had collected 2 sticks from Rambo. They had collected 2 sticks. So I want to tell you that Chacha died because so many of these things, for Ambazonians who are reasonable will understand that what ADF wants is dominance, working with the enemy forces to destroy our people, to open up those who are reasonable. Everything has been opened up at this moment. We know who our enemies are and how we are going to tackle them. The death of Chacha was to expose to you the chain of command in the Bui county, in the interim government. That it is not the interim government that gives the final decision on matters that concerns immediate threat. Chacha, when this thing happened, it was an immediate threat to him. He was supposed to handle him. He was supposed to take care of that situation. He was supposed to tell the Ambazonia people. It is all personal safety. That is the first thing that you must understand. It was his personal safety that was supposed to be guided. When this threat came, the Security Council might have told him, please do like this, but it was Chacha who is on the ground that will take the final action. I want you to understand. Before the Security Council speaks, before the defense structure speaks, it is the person who is concerned directly that acts. But now, what is happening? Sako, Secretary Chris, until even Ambazonians are going to Twitter to tweet it. Are you helping or you are destroying? Ask yourself that question. Ask yourself that question. After killing Chacha, I want you now to listen carefully. After killing Chacha, your fighters, they made a video that they want to retreat. They want to go and rest. And I ask you, You are the same person who made an audio that you want to dominate Bui. Now your Chacha have killed, your fighters have killed Chacha, and now you are saying you want to retreat. You want to retreat for what? I'll tell you the reason why they want to retreat. They want to retreat because they were preparing for this campaign. CPDM campaign that took place, I think, today in Bui. They were preparing for it. So they told the international, they were telling a message to Mr. Pobia that yes, we have killed Chacha, so we are going now to rest. You people can come with your campaign. Ambazonians, be wise. Be wise. So the killing of Chacha was to prepare them. It was mandated that they should kill Chacha before election. So they kill Chacha. They make a video on social media that we have killed Chacha. Please, you can take your route. We are going back. We want to retreat. It was a message that they were telling their master that those people have been broken. So you can come now for your campaign. That is why they had the guts to come in today. To the point that on the 27th, I think 2 days yesterday, Mr. Paul Biya had to sign another deal for Mbiame because Chacha has been killed. They have relaxed the area. Now, as gullible, as wicked as they are, they will come out on the social media. Yes, you wanted us to, you wanted to take Bui, you wanted to control Bui. Now, Chacha, kill Chacha. How wicked are we? You see white and you are calling it black. You see white and they are telling you that it is black and you are convinced that it is black. They killed Chacha to open their road. That is why their fighters made a video 2 days ago. I saw that video. Yes, we are retreating, and officially the ADF, they said they are retreating because they have done what? Is it not that same Pascal Kiki over in his video who was telling that kill, we have to dominate, kill Chacha, we have to take over Bui, kill Chacha, we have to take, okay, Chacha is dead now, take over now. No, you instead make a video. You are telling the world that you want to retire. You want to retire. Then what was the reason why you were telling them that they should kill Chacha? Who is fooling who? Another appointment. Let me carry you people again to Moyoka. Let me carry you to Moyoka. I want to tell you the game that ADF is playing. In Moyoka, last week we saw I think 2 or 3 weeks ago, a young man took a stick and was in the town that ADF is in ADF is taking over Fako. ADF is taking over Fako. ADF is everywhere over Fako in the market. Oh God. Not up to 3 weeks ago, ADF took over Moyoka, as you are saying. But today, another DO has been appointed in Moyoka. Does it mean anything to you people? Listening to me, does it mean anything to you guys? They showed everywhere. Yesterday, in Yoke, they were passing inside the Sokadev territory. Just because they want to tell everybody that they are the ones ruling. They must dominate. They were passing inside the Soka. And when Grandpa said, what is happening? When they said, okay, you guys, they come for order. Why are you, why? 99999. What happened? They shot one Sokadev army. Nobody is talking. Nobody now is complaining. They are celebrating that they have killed a terrorist. They shot one Sokadev terrorist. Nobody now on social media is talking. What they have done is good thing. Nobody is talking that killing another Ambazonia is bad. No, because it's ADF. They are the dominating force. They want to dominate. But it is this same ADF who they claim they are in Moyoka and Paul Biya. After their announcement in Moyoka, after the announcing of their arrival, after killing Wazuzu and Obi, which they have not explained to the Ambazonian people what happened to Wazuzu and Obi. They have not. And if ADF does not explain, in Boya they will explain. Their hierarchy will explain what happened to Obi and Wazuzu. Now, there is no concern. After all, a terrorist Sokadefian has been killed. Nobody is saying, nobody makes any statement, and they are on their blogs and their side rejoicing. Is that one not an Ambazonia? Is he more Ambazonians than the 22 who are still alive? Efang, as I will still find out this information. I just got information that Efang is in a military hospital. We will get to the bottom of it. We will get to the bottom of it. What they are planning against this struggle, this their domination, to hand over this struggle, it will not work. I want to ask Ambazonians, reason with me now. A deal has been 2 places where they are claiming that they will take over. Mbiame, in Kumbo, in Bui, and in Moyoka. We have seen the president of La République sending colonial deals to these 2 places. They struggled. They wanted to take over Bui. They have killed Chacha. Now in Biame, a deal has been sent. They came over to in Moyoka. They killed Wazuzu, killed Obi. Their young man took a gun, was going out in the market. Yesterday, one Sokadefian died. Now a deal has been appointed. Another new deal has been appointed there. Ambazonians, reason, wise, what is going on? General Efang is in Kugwe. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce it. Kugwe. I want to ask you people. You hear that military has gone to field marshal. We hear 10 trucks. We see them passing, going. We hear 5 trucks are leaving Chang. They are going to Lebialem. We hear the other day they are everywhere in Momo. They will have after General Commando. They have attacked here. We hear military passing in Kumba every day. 10 trucks going to. We heard military the other day. They were in Bangem. What again? In Bekora. All those areas in Bonge. We hear military are there bombarding. We hear in this invaded that. Have you ever heard military going to Kugwe? Have you ever heard that military has attacked the headquarters of ADF in Kugwe? Have you ever heard that? Ambazonians, think. Think. Since from the 1st of October, I've always been challenging ADF. Please, you have machines. Your only achievement is celebrating Independence Day, showing the world all the weapons that you have, all the sophisticated weapons that you have. Does it mean the military is afraid to go there? If it does not ring something in your head, it rings something in my head. The military has never ever attacked Kogwe. Until it is on social media that the military has attacked Kugwe. Since after the 1st of October, when they brandish all those weapons, the military has attacked everywhere in Ambazonia, all over the territory. But it has never attacked the headquarters of General Efang. My way get sense. May hear. My way get sense. May do it. May hear. May understand. They don't go for Bui. They don't appoint new Dio. As ADF announced its presence for Bui. They don't Chacha go, they don't appoint new Dio. ADF announced its presence for Moyoka, but they don't appoint new Dio for day. Are these people protecting these Dios or are they fighting against this Dio? When I think. It's a food for thought. It's a food for thought. But now I want to announce to Ambazonia what is happening now in the diaspora. Yesterday, the chairman for Bui, Mr. Louis, was summoned by the British police. Listen, was summoned by the British police. He was questioned for 3 hours. He was questioned for 3 hours. Dr. Yaya Oded, he is constantly on death threat. In his inbox, they are threatening her life. There was another Brindalin. Then there is Evis also. They are threatening them. Please, we have enough federalists who facilitate. We have my country people. We have, I think, Padi Asanga. There are so many of them. Dr. The Pastor Ella. They help La République to kill our people. Please, go after them. Go after them. Leave Dr. Luis, leave Chairman Luis alone. Leave Dr. Yaya alone. Fight La République. It is so shameful that we have come to this level that we are reporting our own to their local police here. It's so shameful. It has reached that stage. But let me tell you, Mr. Luis has nothing to do with what happened on the ground. It was the person on the ground defending himself. May his soul rest in peace. Chacha was defending himself. Take this narrative anyhow you want to take it. Leave these people alone. Leave Dr. Sako alone. Leave Secretary Chris alone. Fight against La République. I bring my facts. I've explained to you what ADF is doing. What they are doing. I've explained. When Gusang happened, we never heard that anybody in the diaspora. We never heard that anybody in the diaspora. We never heard anybody in the diaspora summoned by their local police. We never heard after Gusang incident. In Gusang, we saw proof of life. Killed. But up to today, we have not even seen any proof that these children have been killed. And we heard they were even released. We have not. But they have already started taking people to their local police. I'm not calling the name of anybody who is responsible. No. But I'm telling you that somebody has been reported. The chairman of Mbui has been reported and he has been summoned. He has been questioned for 3 hours. Fellow Ambazonians, we are going to fight till the last man standing. From the 6th to the 11th of February, there will be lockdown. I told you guys something last time about what they will use the military to do. Let me read what Mimi Mefo wrote this morning on concerning the Bui. Let me read. Mimi Mefo says, some civilians were arrested in Kumbo in the northwest region today, have just been set free. This Mimi Mefo info has gathered is after they were forced to partake in the CPDM election campaign launch. The civilians were mixed with military men in civilian attire. The officials present at the launch arrived at the town heavily guided by forces. That is the first narrative she gives. Listen to the next, to the one in Tobin. Residents of the Tobin in Kumbo are still in fear after commotion in the town earlier today. The military moved in with 4 armored cars and several trucks, rounding up the few civilians they could find, says a source. Some of the newly recruited gendarmes sent to Kumbo came down to the roundabout from their barracks, and before we knew it, some elite from Bui stepped out of these armored cars with CPDM flags, and it was apparent they were launching their campaign, the source added. Remember last time I told you people that all these military guys who were coming, who were sent over 1,000. The last time we saw official 350. But now I told you that they were going there to campaign. They will wear their civilian dresses. They will go out. But they are fully armed, heavily armed. Had Chacha been alive, what would have happened in Tobin today? If Chacha were alive, imagine what would have happened in Kumbo today. They stood on the social media. They promised that Chacha would die. We will kill Chacha. We will kill Chacha. Chacha is dead. Go and fight in Bui. Chacha is dead. Now it's your turn. Leave your comfortable platform. Go and fight in Bui. Chacha is dead. You promised him dead. He is dead. You have connived with the military to kill him. Go now and fight. And now you want to turn the narrative. They have killed Fon. They have killed Chacha because they wanted. Who killed Chacha? After you sat on social media and promised that you will kill him to take over Bui. Today, you are now telling that we should go and fight. What a shame. What have Ambazonians turned? Punching bags for you to be lying indiscriminately. But I want to tell you people, There will be complete lockdown, shutdown of the national territory of Ambazonia from the 6th to the 11th. Soldier fall, soldier rise. Chacha is dead and he is gone. He died fighting. He did not die like a coward. He died as a man. He died as a general who he is. Do not, because of his death, be discouraged. Do not, because of his death, be frightened. But we are as a people, we will fight for our destiny. We are as a people, we will fight till the end. Our independence is not negotiable. We don't negotiate our independence. We will fight. We will fight and fight and fight until we reach Boya. Chacha is no more. But I want to promise you that somebody who is bigger than Chacha, just as John the Baptist said, don't. Somebody who is bigger than me will baptize you with the fire and the Holy Spirit. Somebody who is bigger, who is greater, who is stronger than Chacha will rise up. If I'm not there today, another activist will rise up, who will be more better, who will be more objective than me, who will never cry. Maybe I even sweat. That one will not sweat. Ambazonians, do not be discouraged. Send information back home that there will be lockdown, that there will be no election. Not after all the massacre, not after all the killing, not after all the destruction, and you still come and say there will be election. But let me tell you, all those people who are going around, they are talking about Boya, that in Fako there was a campaign. Let me tell you, we are at war and we will always fight. La Republique is fighting. La Republique will not fold their hands and accept that they will not make campaign in Boya. Let me tell you, it's fat lie. It is fat lie. But we take now the security risks. What are the amount that they compared to? We cannot summon our boys all over Fako to come and fight campaign in Bongo in Bongo Square with few people. We will not waste bullets in no. We will, from lockdown, that is when we will see who controls Southern Cameroons. It is from lockdown. So please, don't think that we are at war. When we come with our own strategy, they too come. It is two forces, just like what is happening in other places. Just like what is happening in other places. You will see them. Their military will come out, they will march. Okay, the other day in Bamenda, we saw over 300 or 400 soldiers. They were running, they were making their sport. Okay, so we'll say that there are no restoration forces in Bamenda to face them. No, but you look at the target, you look at the project and see how visible you can succeed. The former colonial prime minister was there, Peter Mafani Musonga. So you can imagine the amount of the load of ammunition, how prepared they were for any force. So going to such will be working at a minus, will be stupidity. So when they come there, some people say, yes, they say we are at war. You don't expect La Republique to fold their arms. You don't expect La Republique. But from the 6th, let me tell you, most especially to my people in Kumba, from the 6th, please, don't be caught by stray bullet, because you don't know where the restoration forces are positioned. There will be total battle from the 6th. So, please, if you are not ready for it, pack, leave Ambazonia. After these 6 days, you come back. Because we must cut this umbilical cord. We must cut this umbilical cord. All those who are standing as whatsoever, as parliamentarians, as work senators, as councillors, be careful. Because we will go after you. We are after you now. We will go after you during the election. We will go after you after the election. There will be no peace for the wicked. There will be no peace for traitors. There will be no peace. Rest assured about that. There will be no peace. If you think on the blood of your people, you can sell your own self on the blood of your people. It means all this death, 12,000, does not mean anything to you. As wicked as you are, you still say you want to stand for election when they are killing and burning houses. When they are killing your own people every day. Those who represented us yesterday, they had not changed anything. Is it you now that you will come and change? What do you think you will go to that parliament to change? There is nothing you will go there to change. It is just only continuous enslavement. Continuous enslavement. So it is not you that we will spare. Let me warn all those who think that on the blood of their people, they can stand for that election. You are wasting your time. We will go after you. We know all your houses are filled with military. We know that. We know that all around you, military everywhere. We know you inhabit them. You give them intelligence for them to continue killing us. Bekora, 13 young men slept straight in Bekora. 13. And you think it's an easy ride. Because you are in town. Because you are in Kumba, you are in Boya, you are in Limbe, you are in this. You feel free. From the 6th to the 11th. Please, mind where you put your feet. Because you might step on the enemy's foot. Because you might step on the tail of a tiger. If you are not ready, please, you pack out. If you are not ready, the restoration forces are set. From the 6th, they'll be going out. Pass this information to your families. Whoever is bringing, like last time, when the interim government put the 6th, some people, they put the date, some people went out and there was an unfortunate incident somewhere. So please, let it not repeat itself. We have 6 days of intense lockdown. From the 6th to the 11th, 12th midnight, you are free to go out. On the 12th, on the 11th midnight, 12th, you are free to go out. But please, there will be no election. There will be no, I repeat, there will be no election in Ambazonia. Not after they kill our people every day. People of Bali, look at what happened in your, I saw you people are writing only communiques and condemning. That is not enough. They will continue to kill the people of Bali. If the Bali people don't rise up, if they don't support the struggle, they will continue to kill. The people of Bekora, 13 of your sons slept straight. I am challenging you all in Bekora Mbonge local government. Rise up. The only thing that will stop this killing is defending your land. The only thing that will stop this killing is defending your land. Now is the time. They will not relent. They will not stop. The only thing that will stop them is what they are giving out. We give them double. So please, Ambazonians, Mautu, the people of Mautu in Fako County, 7 were killed. I don't want to. Last time before this man, before the burial of Ekema, what happened the night before? I think 5 or 3 people and houses were burnt in Mautu. Now is the time. They will not relent. Let me tell you, even if they say the war is over today, let me tell you, they will continue to kill. They will continue to kill because they want to implant fear in us. Because they want to destroy this determination for freedom. So they will kill. What they are doing, they are slaughtering now because they want to create panic. They want to make the people to be afraid and say, no, we don't want it again. Even if you don't want it, they will continue killing. Now is the time for us to rise up. Let this killing provoke you. Do not look at the misunderstanding that we have. But please, let the killing of your brothers, let the killing of your sisters, the burning of houses, let it tell you something. Let it make you understand that the only thing that will guarantee your freedom in that land is when you fight for this independence. There is no other thing. Let me tell you. All of those who are in the diaspora, let me tell you. You cannot go back and you live freely. You cannot. Some of you, they will target you at the airport. Some of you, they will target you when you get there. I don't know how many have been killed. Fellow Ambazonians, now is not the time to back down. Now is the time. I am fighting for justice. The justice of the former British Southern Cameroons, now the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. I am fighting and I will fight till we get to Boya. That is what we have to fight for. Silence in the face of injustice. It means you are part of injustice. Be you a man of God, be you a minister, be you whatsoever you are. Let me tell you, when they are killing your people and you sit quiet, it means you are part of it. Let me tell you, we did not declare war on La République. La République declared war on us. They started on the 21st of November 2016, killing us. Killing when we were still carrying pumps. And they will not end. Because they will continue killing. They want us to fear. Please, now is the time for you to rise up. Go locate your county. Locate your LGA. Be the decision maker. Be the decision maker. Be the decision maker. Do not allow people to make decisions for you. Do not allow one man to sit and take decision for you. Go to your LGA. Support your LGA. Finance, we know there is a lot of confusion. There is a lot of, some LGAs have been split because of what? I still tell you, the root cause, which we did not condemn. Fellow Ambazonians, I want to thank you for being with me. I want you to think. Each time I give you a message, I want you to reflect on. But I want to assure you that no matter how long the night is, morning will come. And Ambazonia will be free. I am convinced about that. Thank you all for being with me. Next week, Tuesday, is another day for Deeper Truth. Go back to your county. Thank you. God bless you all.